it a bit of a drive. That's it.
Oh, I see.
You see that's going around,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and then hit the centre button. I'll pop it back.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
Yeah. Like what? going to
Oh my goodness, it's so exciting. The best night of the year, I think, is the Star Wars 2025. It's just so brilliant to see you all looking so lovely. And again, just in terms of kind of getting our energy up, I don't know if everyone wouldn't mind just standing up and saying something nice of appreciation. It can be anything. If you don't know people very well, you can just say how lovely. You can just say how lovely they look. If everyone can stand up and just say a word of appreciation to somebody nearby you. I think there's a lot of appreciation there. So that's good. Okay, thank you. It's just to get us in the mood. Making us feel appreciated. So, because they've got people, this is becoming quite a select ticket to come here. We've got so many brilliant staff and people. So, they're still appreciating each other down the back. It's always fun, isn't it? And we may have some guests that are arriving a bit late, so maybe some just coming in now, so that's fine. So we've got a really fantastic evening ahead of us, and I just wanted to say a few words. Yesterday I went round some services just to kind of showcase what we did to a visitor, and I was just so proud that everybody I met, both our staff, our managers, our people leading teams, the people we support, were all so proud of what they were doing. They're just so proud of their achievements, their services, what their offer was, their personal achievements. And I think, again, it's that energy that just really makes Active Prospects such a brilliant organisation to be part of. So again, I just want to thank everyone, just for being, we are together, Active Prospects, and it's that passion and commitment to what we do to enable people to lead aspiring lives that really makes such a difference. So I've got some special guests this evening. So if I could welcome Rebecca Paul, who's the Member of Parliament for Reigate. So thank you for joining us this evening. We've also got Councillor Sinead Mooney, who's the Cabinet Member for Adult Social Care for Surrey County Council. So thank you for joining. We have Mickey and Paddy from Beechwood Tree Surgeons, who very kindly sponsored our 30 miles in June challenge. And we also have Dale Orton, who's from Seaweed, who donated to the organisation and arranged some wonderful photography sessions. And they've also kindly donated, so if you're taking your photos of tonight, there's one of your machines kindly in the lobby, so you can just download from your phones direct into the machine and just get some prints from tonight before you go home. So really kind of you to bring that this evening. But again, it's just a really lovely way to capture some special moments. So thank you. So tonight is the celebration of bringing our values to life every single day. And, and it is just so nice to take time to appreciate and recognise each other. So, it's very moving to hear about everyone's achievements. We had over 300 nominations for tonight's awards. So just think about that, 300 times people took the time to write a nomination form about a colleague or someone we support. And that is really, really, really special. So thank you. So we're here to honour everyone across Active Prospects tonight. And on that note, I'm going to introduce you to Elizabeth Theodoro, who's written a song for tonight, and really looking forward to hearing your song. Over to you.
Made it. That's it. What's that? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
How are you all doing tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, this song is dedicated to my Wellbeing team, Lindsay, Joe, Libby. So this is a thank you to them. So it's called Walk With Me. I hope you enjoy it. So. And this microphone's going. Woo! Thank you. No, I've seen things. And yeah, it's perfect.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done.
And back Lindsay, Libby and all of you. When I was in a dark place, you all got me through. You helped me fit into a place. Before I had an empty space in my heart, each one of you like a missing part. Oh, with me, help me find my way. If I slow right down and listen, I'll be okay. Walk with me and help me find my way. If I slow right down and listen, I'll be okay. okay. And you were there from the start. You helped me when I was broken. Beck, you were there when you were my voice when I had no words. You helped me find my way, and now I'm okay. Didn't see your help, checking. I was okay, and living your the light, and helped me when I was in the dark. Walk with me and help me find my way. If I slow right down and listen, I'll be okay. And John Kieran help me ignite and spark. Oh, let's go. Walk with me and help me find my way. If I slow right down and listen, I'll be okay.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That was really moving. I think everyone kind of parts was just really touched. So thank you. And I would now like to we're going to show a video actually of done lots in the last year, lots of new services, lots of new things, lots of things happening. But I think it's now just about 10 days ago. I think probably everyone's just about recovered. But we're going to show a short film about our Surrey Three Peaks challenge. Who knew Surrey had such treacherous peaks? Who knew? So please watch the film and and then see what that was like. We always like a technical hit. Kind of makes the evening. Morning. How are you feeling about the board? Good. You doing some training? Yeah. A bit nervous. I just want to say a massive thank you to our top staff. It's amazing. There was quite a lot of red faces, I think, on that film. It was a bit of drama, but it was just amazing that, you know, people just really pushed themselves, and, you know, to raise that amount of money, that every single penny goes direct to enabling people we support to find their dreams and, you know, to pay for that. It's just a privilege to be part of. And it was really great doing that together. So again, a big thank you to everyone who took part on the walk or helped, you know, raise some money as well. So a big thank you, everyone. Amazing. Okay, so on to the first award of the night. I don't know who this is going to be. So I'm delighted to welcome Jade.
Hello, everyone. Are you all right? You could do better than that. Okay, so the award that I will be reading out today is for Best New Service or Initiative. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to put my glasses on for this. Okay. This award goes to a new service or initiative that has made the most impact over the last year. This award recognises a new service or initiative that hasn't just launched, but has already transformed lives, set new standards, and brought our values to life from day one. These winners have shown that starting something new isn't just about opening the doors. It's about opening hearts, building trust, and creating somewhere where people truly belong. Now, you would have noted there, winners. So on this one, there are 2 winners. Let's begin with our first winner. This home has become a beacon of what great support looks like. a place that feels like home, like a family. From day one, the team set out to embed trauma-informed, person-centred care into every moment. They've welcomed people with some of the most complex support needs, and through predictable routines, deep empathy and creativity have really helped people flourish. They've used storytelling, visual tours, and pre-move visits to reduce anxiety and boost confidence. One person who previously struggled to step outside now actively goes on lots of walks. Another who faced frequent crises has now celebrated a birthday with joy and peace for the first time in years. Their families describe this home as the best care team we've ever had. The team themselves are diverse, dynamic, and deeply collaborative, always striving for best practice, whether it's supporting someone through a sensory challenge or turning a snow day into a chance to serve hot drinks to neighbours. From helping someone feel safe enough to leave their bedroom to supporting people with coping strategies, social stories, gardening, volunteering, and so much more, the team do this with all their heart. They've also embedded themselves in the local community, from councillor meetings to environmental efforts, receiving praise from everyone they meet. This praise has also come from commissioners, SPFT, and families. I don't know what SPFT is, but anyway. So, congratulations to Valley. So who's coming up? Is the Valley coming up? Does anybody want to say any words? No? Anybody else? Anybody want to say anything? Jane, do you?
I don't want to say. Collaborative is a word that was used, and I think definitely it's been collaborative since we've opened at Valley Drive. Everybody's playing their part, people we support, the team, Jess and Danique, our leadership. I don't think without the two of them we would have achieved almost half the stuff we have in 7 months that we've been open. So I think, yeah, absolutely, everybody deserves this win. So well done, everybody.
Photo. Come on, everyone can have a photo. Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Okay, our first winner of the night. And now for our second winner. This team brought a bold, progressive approach to a challenging, affecting every service. How to train people in a way that's meaningful, inclusive, and life-changing. This team launched a powerful new training initiative that centres around lived experience, as most of you probably guessed in the room. They deliver high-impact sessions to NHS staff and professionals across the whole of Surrey. At the heart of this success is the dedication of the training team, including people we support who co-lead sessions. They share their personal stories and they bring Oliver's message to life in every room they independently across the county, and helping to train future trainers too. Their work has made a measurable difference to how people with learning disabilities are supported in clinical settings, raising awareness, improving understanding, and giving voice to those who are often overlooked. Congratulations to the Oliver. Alicia, you coming up? Does anybody want to speak? don't know what to say, but I am so happy down to the honour for McGowan. It's not for the money, it's for my work, tell my story. Because if I didn't do this, I don't know where I'll be today. Thank you so much for voting for the Oliver McGowan.
I would like to say thank you very much for voting, and the training is good, and it's fantastic, and it's really fantastic, and we're glad it's rolled down for the Oliver McGowan team.
All I want to say is, well, we do acknowledge it. I want to say thank you very much for giving us this award. But the main passion that I enjoy, the colleagues, is to train all of the staff members, everyone. So it's our pleasure. Maybe do more.
This training has been absolutely life-changing for me. I've learned so much from doing this role, and it's really helped me to be more empowered, and I'm very proud of what I've achieved over the last year. And and thank you to Vicky, Katie, and the rest of the team. Without any of you, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be on the board at all. Thank you.
Now to announce the winners for the next award, I would like to introduce Rebecca Paul, MP for Reigate.
Thank you so much, Jade. Can I just start by saying what a privilege it is to be here with you this evening on this glorious summer's day, and what wonderful winners we've had so far, so inspirational. So I am going to be awarding the Most Active People Awards this evening. So this award recognises people we support who are not only active participants in their communities, they're also role models. These individuals are out there making connections, giving back, and showing that inclusion isn't just a concept, it's something you live and breathe. Let's hear about our 4 amazing winners now. Our first winner brings light and energy into every room she enters and every street she walks down. Her smile is unforgettable, her kindness is constant, and her ability to connect with others, whether it's people, pets, or complete strangers, is something truly special. This year, she took on a milestone adventure, her first ever trip to London by public transport to visit a pub cafe. She faced the unknown with courage and joy, and showed everyone around her what it means to live life to the fullest. She's a vibrant part of her day space, a source of joy to staff and the community, and someone who reminds us that connection can be as simple as a smile and hello. I can't wait to meet her. Congratulations to Brittany Woodruff.
Watch your step, baby. Watch your foot. There we go.
Good.
Sorry. You're doing a mate. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Oh, massive congratulations again to Brittany. What an amazing winner. Our second winner has made a huge impact, not just in her own growth, but in how she uplifts others. She is a confident, passionate co-trainer delivering the Oliver McGowan training across Surrey, including supporting the training of new co-trainers too. Since September, she's delivered more than 16 sessions to NHS professionals, sharing her lived experience with clarity and courage, helping to change attitudes and raise awareness. She says the training has made her more confident and that she wants to speak for people who feel they don't have a voice. She's also a key part of the People's Group and continues to be an inspiration to her peers and trainers alike. Congratulations to Emma Jane.
Dedicate this to one man that is here today, and I'm so proud that he'll be proud of me, and that is Paul Valley, my father. There's one person that I want to say thank you, and she's here now taking a photo of me because he's done very well for me, and that's Tina. Because if it wasn't for them and the girls that do the Oliver McGowan, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Emma Jane. Our third winner has found his rhythm in the community, and his routine is impressive. He volunteers twice a week with the Salvation Army and in Reigate, always bringing reliability, warmth and commitment to his roles. He's built strong friendships, taken on household tasks with pride, and is someone who now enjoys his own independence, whether out with friends or helping others. Every week he's contributing, connecting, and showing what community inclusion really looks like. Congratulations to James Broadbent. Actually accepting the award on his behalf. Yeah.
I'm sorry, James is not here today, but on behalf of James, I received this award. Thank you.
Congratulations. Our fourth winner has made huge strides in confidence, well-being and independence. In just 1 year, she started going out on her own to places she feels safe. A massive step forward in building trust and autonomy. She attends an allotment, cooking classes, ping pong sessions, and even a weekly badminton tournament. She's also had a joyful milestone trip, returning to the beach for the first time since she was a child. With every activity, she's building friendships, growing confidence, and opening new doors. Congratulations to Lauren McCall. Congratulations. Amazing. Wow. So some amazing winners there, and thanks so much to everyone who invited me and gave me the privilege of awarding to these inspirational people. Now, to announce the winners for the next award, I would like to introduce Joel Hartfield.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. Actually, before I announce the winners of the next award, we've got another musical treat It's just I'm going to invite the wonderful Whitney Enkapalara up to the front, who is going to sing a cappella to us. So could you give Whitney a massive welcome?
I have to say this. This song is dedicated to me as growing up as someone who went through a lot of things. Mental health, family, friends, negativity. Someone who thinks that, I was actually thinking that that's the end of Whitney, but I can feel myself feeling just end yourself. But because of Depo, the medication I get, it helps me feel better. And seriously, I've been through a lot. Even back home, I'm here. I don't know. Every time I want to sleep, I cry all the time, and then sometimes I just feel I'm not my life don't have a meaning. That's how I felt. But this song I'm about to sing is Whitney Houston's song called Greatest Love of All. The reason why I want to sing this so that all the parents, all the people around should know how they train their children, listen to them, plan the future, but that didn't happen with me. I was like, no one to run to, but anyway, the greatest love of all by Whitney Houston about saying I believe the children are future. To the world, I'm not down here to pay. Children more of beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never find anyone to fulfill my needs. An only place to be. So I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live inside, believe no matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. I live by chance the special place that you've been dreaming of. Lead you to a lonely place, find your strength in love. Thank you.
How about that? Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Now, an extra special treat. I'm now going to sing a cappella. Genuinely, you don't want that to happen. So I'm going to swiftly move on to the next awards category, which is the Most Aspiring People category. This award celebrates people's personal journeys, people we support who have overcome challenges, grown in confidence and taken big steps forward this year. We've got 3 amazing winners in this category. Our first winner is actually somebody who couldn't be here today, but I'm really happy to say that his mum Shirley is here to collect the award on his behalf. So the first winner is someone whose life has completely changed in just a few months. When he moved into his new home, he found the situation very challenging. He was withdrawn, he was sometimes overwhelmed and very anxious. And needing a lot of support. However, now things are really, really different. He now explores his flat confidently, eats at the table, he proactively asks staff for support, and even chooses to go on walks, something unimaginable a year ago. He's lost weight, he's lost 3 stone, he's built trust with his support team, and he now greets people with a wave and a smile. He engages calmly with staff, he manages unfamiliar situations with more ease, and he shows every day how far he's come. The team around him say he's now the most settled he's ever been, and more important, so does he. So congratulations to Drew Howard.
All I can say is every word that you've just said about the difference in Drew, I mean, there are almost no words. He is like a totally different person. He's the best version of him. He's the best we could ever hope for. Staff are the best we ever hope for. And there's no way Drew would be in this situation and as happy, and also being as cheeky and coming out and asking for everything he wants in a very forceful way, which he just never would have had the confidence to do. They've given him, well, pretty much a proper life. Everyone that knows him knows he wasn't in a terrible place, but they just didn't. The biggest word is care. And you guys, well, I mean, active prospects from what I can see, Valley Drive, the most amazing people. Tonight, I can see it goes a lot further, and it's really active prospects. It's the whole thing. Valley Drive are obviously the be all and end all. But, you know, seeing you guys, and I would just like to say the 2 people that have come up here and performed tonight, you have both made me cry. Because I think it's loads of things that if Drew could speak for himself, he is verbal, but he wouldn't put a sentence together. He would say, both of you guys did in song, they were absolutely. So my hat to those that sang it. Thank you.
Now, our second winner has proven that growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's steady, sometimes it's determined, and it's always personal. This year, he stuck with his college course through some really tough times, despite having moments where he considered walking away. Not only did he complete the course, he also began pursuing his motorbike licence, showing great commitment and ambition. I think he might know his one. He's opened up more, he started meaningful conversations, and even joined staff for games in the communal areas. His quiet resilience and his willingness to keep going make him someone we're all proud to stand beside. Congratulations to Chansing Lobi.
Thank you, I guess. I didn't think I was going to be nominated as the most inspiring person here as well. But who am I to blame? Brandon's right here. Well, I did have my struggles during college here as well, and I am pursuing my motorcycle license here as well. Again, who am I to blame? I'm still playing Hound. However, Brighton Road was there for me. I was more of the indoor person here as well. Still, pursuing. Don't know what else I have next steps for me, but I still thank Brighton Road for supporting me. Again, thank you.
Congratulations.
Sure.
Now, our third winner is someone who radiates joy, despite facing a very difficult start in life. This year, she became a finalist in a beauty pageant. When she stood on the stage, she said, "I've become something." And when she finished speaking, she received a standing ovation. Her confidence is soaring, and she never thinks just of herself. She always considers those around her. She brings light to her support staff, she lifts others up when they're low, and proves every day that her past doesn't define her. This is only the beginning of her story, and her ambition this year is to publish her own book, telling her story to inspire others. Congratulations, back up again to Whitney.
Well, I'm so grateful about this. I wasn't expecting it, so I'm so happy, but I don't know what to say. But even if I say anything, it can't describe how much I feel so grateful for this. Like, remembering me, like, checking on me, making me feel special. Like, I went to the pageant. I couldn't even believe that I could be chosen out of the people who applied. So I became a finalist. So for each thing down, they have to send me a mail. So I was like, wow, I'm a pageant, I'm a finalist. So I went there, did what I did. Even if I didn't win it, but we're all winners. So you don't trust nobody, but only God. But every time I pray and I pray and I pray, things are working for me now, and I'm so happy. I don't want to go out of active prospect because everything the staff has done and manager, they're so friendly. They welcome me compared to before where I was someone else. So thank you everyone for being here, witnessing this. Thank you so much.
To announce the winners of the next award, welcome Koshika.
Thank you, Joel. Can I just say what an inspiring evening this really is? Really makes me feel proud to work back to Prospects, and it really gives us the why of what we do, every single one of you, so thank you. Right, I'll put my glasses on because I'm getting old. Right, so the award I'm presenting is the most enabling people. This award celebrates people who use their voice, their actions and their presence to enable others, whether through encouragement, advocacy, or simply showing what's possible. These individuals create ripples of impact around them, often without even realising it. Our first winner has brought enormous value and insight to the teams and individuals around them. They have been central to supporting others in their service to take on new activities and challenges, and are always ready to offer help, from advice to encouragement. This person is known for noticing the moods of others, giving reassurance in difficult moments, and helping their peers feel confident to speak up. They're someone who helps others shine, not for recognition, but just because of who they are. Many congratulations to Maggie Millens. Our second winner brings humour, honesty, and a quiet determination to do everything they do. They've played a key role in helping another person we support settle into their home, patiently sharing routines, learning communication styles, and leading by example. They step in to support without being asked, show great empathy, and use their lived experience to help others succeed. Whether it's through shared routines, calming energy, or simply being someone others can count on. They're a steady presence that lifts others up. Congratulations to Larry Crosby. I am now passing the next individual to announce the next set of awards is Tammy Marie Dolphin.
So to continue on with the amazing evening, celebrating everyone we have here, we're going to award the aspiring staff member trainee. This award celebrates staff who have taken their own development to new heights, not just progressing in their roles, but using that growth to inspire others and raise standards for what great support workers look like, support works like. These individuals show that aspiration isn't just something we promote, it's something we live. So let's meet our two winners. Our first winner started quietly, but has grown into a powerful and proactive leader within her team. Her journey began supporting someone with very complex needs, someone others had struggled to connect with. Through patience, consistency, and genuine care, she has transformed that person's quality of life. She took ownership of their goals, helped them build confidence, and used their initiative and advocate to meaningful change. From diet and health to community engagement and self-expression, her commitment to learning didn't just stop with direct support. She took on new responsibilities, helped others understand digital systems, and anticipated issues before they came problems, and now helps lead improvements across the service. She asks, listens, and leads with empathy, and her team knows they can rely on her completely. So congratulations to Mia Dowder.
Thank you, everybody. I couldn't have done this alone without the bridge of the road. Thank you so much, Chris, for more than I can do myself. Shout out to Keely and Bliss. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And this is not for me, this is for Trey to come to. This is not mine. Thank you, everybody.
Our second winner is an amazing team player, always going the extra mile. She has supported each person on their, sorry, I can't read at the moment. She's supported everyone on their staff into their journey into active prospects. Her default is yes rather than no. Now promoted to a senior role, her colleagues describe her as thoughtful and hardworking, a much-deserved winner whose future is bright with an amazing career ahead. So congratulations to Kylie Berry.
Yes, you do. In terms of me, it's not just me in recruitment. We do connect with HR, recruitment, we all sort of work together. So it's a joint effort, but
Thank you.
So to announce the winners of the next award, I'd like to introduce Dan DeMario.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Lovely to be here. This is obviously my first Star Awards. I'm really pleased to be here. And it's great to see the atmosphere. It's a real privilege. And I get the honour of announcing the most aspiring staff team. So this award celebrates teams who go the extra mile, not just occasionally, but every day. There are the staff who show up for each other, adapt to challenges, and bring joy, purpose, and aspiration to the lives of those that they support. Let's hear about our two inspirational winners. So our first winning team brings a special kind of energy, one that's infectious, positive, and deeply person-centred, whether it's sharing laughs during activities or calmly supporting someone through a tough moment. This team shows the perfect balance of joy and professionalism. Their work has brought real progress for the people that they support. They've helped reduce behaviours of concern, increased engagement in meaningful activities, and created a home where people feel both safe and excited about life. They face challenges and changes, including team shifts and new developments, but they have come through stronger, more united, and more committed than ever to supporting people to thrive. I was there on Tuesday, so I definitely felt the energy when I was there, and I'm really pleased to announce the award. Congratulations to Team Hawley.
Watch your step again. Move round again. This way. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well done.
I hate speaking. Wellbeing Road is the best team. This is to everyone who didn't make it. So I'm Hamilton. We still love you.
Okay, and on to our second winning team that has rebuilt their service into something truly extraordinary. After significant changes in staffing and leadership, they've created a place where the people they support now flourish. They've helped individuals take on new roles in the community, build relationships, and try new things, from volunteering to developing new coping strategies. Their work has been described as transformative, not just by colleagues, but by the people they support and their families. They model consistency, teamwork, and a belief that everyone deserves to lead an aspiring life. Congratulations to the team at Brighton Road.
Yeah.
So this is my first. I just want to say I was very new at Brighton Road and they welcomed me so much as a team. So yeah, go Brighton Road.
Obviously, we couldn't do it without the team at Brighton Road, so many thanks to you guys. I'm just a very small well done, you. Congratulations. Now to announce the winners for the next award, I'd like to introduce Shan.
Good evening, everyone. What a wonderful evening, such fabulous people. So I'm here to present the award for the most caring staff member, and there are 4 fabulous people for these awards. So this award is for someone who brings heart, patience and kindness to every moment, even in the most difficult circumstances. They don't just carry out support, they live it, shaping their approach around each person's needs and emotions. These staff members offers not just care, but connection. Our first winner is someone who brings empathy and joy to every shift. She knows for supporting someone who can be highly challenging, yet she never takes it personally. She never gives up. Instead, she calmly explores what's behind the behavior, always looking for need beneath the surface. This person we support trusts her completely. He calls her a rabbit because of her playful, nourishing approach. And he never feels rejected by her, even when things get tough. She helps him feel safe, heard, and valued. And the connection is something truly special. This is the first job in care, but you would never know it. Her compassion, thoughtfulness, and ability to bring light to difficult days make her stand out. Congratulations to Ellie.
I'm trying not to cry. It's so hard. I've been crying so much already. I don't know what I do about the team. I think it's crazy how you can join and be a care and support worker for the first time and be in such a brilliant team. I wouldn't be able to do it without them. Just come to Valley Drive.
We'll take care of you.
Our second winner is someone who brings their whole heart to the work. She provides consistent person-centered support, always paying attention to how people are feeling, adapting her approach to each moment and offering thoughtful reassurance when it's needed the most. She never lets a bad day stand in the way of connection. She helps people facing complex emotions, needs, build trust, develop strategies, and celebrate their wins. A calm presence, attention to detail, genuine care help people feel secure, respected, and capable of achieving great things. So congratulations to Joe Honeywood.
Wow, I'm a bit shocked considering I've been off work for 9 weeks, healing my neck. I have to thank my great team, Wendy and my great team for filling my shoes and covering all my shifts. And yeah, wow, just thank you very much.
So, our third winner brings warmth, encouragement, and confidence to the people we support. His calm, consistent approach has helped someone in particular grow significantly, building independence, reducing behaviors of concern, discovering new confidence in daily life. He creates opportunity for people to flourish, listen with care, always takes the time to understand with someone's needs, even when they struggle to express it. His work has not gone unnoticed. Families and colleagues alike say he makes a real difference. So congratulations to Rizwan Hamza.
Thank you. Thank you to our team actually. Thank you for showing me that everyone has well-being is important. Thank you for providing an avenue for me to want to come to work. Thank you so much. And this is for the teammates working in this swing. Yeah.
Well, this brings us to the fourth winner. Is someone who consistently goes above and beyond. He brings dignity, compassion, and thoughtfulness to his role, always thinking how to improve someone's well-being and making sure every small moment counts. Whether it's creating a calm atmosphere, giving someone space, or stepping in just in the right moment, his presence helps people feel understood and supported. Congratulations to Shola Musa. Is there anyone someone could come and collect the award on his behalf?
Okay, but keep it safe.
Now to announce the winners for the next award, I would like to introduce Councillor Sinet Mooney, Cabinet Member of Social Advocacy.
Thank you. I'm also getting old, and I also have some glasses. And I've noticed all the women coming up here have glasses on. I just wondered if I could say just a couple of really quick things. First of all, I know how challenging it is to work in adult social care. I hear it every day, and I think you guys here are just wonderful and real examples, shining such a positive light on this great service and this much needed service that really does need reforming, but we won't get into that now. And I just want to say to Elizabeth and Whitney, what talent you two have. Elizabeth, I really picked up Tracy Chapman vibes. You're way too young to remember Tracy Chapman, but she was brilliant and you're brilliant. And Whitney, you sounded and you look fantastic. So real courage and bravery from you both. And if I had 1/10 of your talent, I would feel very blessed. So back to the business that I'm here for. I'm giving an award this evening on the most enabling staff team. So some teams just don't enable individuals, they enable everyone. They make things work in the background, they anticipate challenges before they happen, and they bring a calm, values-led approach to every part of the organisation. This award is for a team that has lifted others without seeking the spotlight. This year's winning team has quietly powered some of the biggest moments across Active Prospects, from onboarding new staff to supporting managers with complex issues. They've handled it all with professionalism, empathy and grit. They've helped services stay strong during times of challenge, built new systems to streamline how we work, and make sure everyone, from the most senior leaders to the newest starters, feels supported. So I'd like to ask you to join me in congratulating the people team.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be your people team and for everyone in this room, not only the staff but also the people we support. I hope that we serve you well, and for once we don't actually have much to say, so thank you.
So I'm going to now hand back to the very lively Jade. Thank you.
Got me again. No? Right. Aha. So tonight I'm going to be giving out 2 winners for the most transformative team. Transformation isn't always easy. It takes reflection, accountability, trust, and a willingness to start again. This award recognises teams who didn't just adapt to change, they led it. And in doing so, they've made a profound difference to their service, to their colleagues, and most importantly, to the people we support. So let's hear about our first winner. When this team faced serious challenges, they didn't back away. They came together. They looked honestly at what needed to change and rebuilt from the ground up. With new leadership and a renewed sense of purpose, they committed to safer, smarter, more inclusive ways of working together. They retrained, they reset, and they reconnected. They got to know the people they support more deeply. They made their environment extremely welcoming and homely again. And they learned how to work together with trust and mutual respect. And noticed the difference immediately. The feedback is glowing. People feel safe, supported, are proud of where they live. And I just want to say, I took a commissioner to this home a couple of months back. She said it was the best care home she'd ever walked into, and she's been working in care her entire life. So the winner of the transformation is Blood. We can bring it to Rick. Do you want us to bring it to Richard and Maggie? Yeah, instead. Well done, Sam. Anyone want to say any words? Yes.
Thank you so much for everyone, especially Sam. Thank you so much. And we have really lovely people living at home. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Well, I'm going to get a phone call. I'll leave that to you. It's up to you. Go in that home, you have to wear matching pyjamas. And you have to like Christmas. Okay. Our second winning team also embraces change in every sense of the word. In less than a year, they've gone from uncertainty, disengagement, to consistency, confidence, and collaboration. Where once there was a lot of incidents and setbacks, there is now progress. One person supported who hadn't stepped out in the community in 3 years is now going on daily walks and feeling confident every day. So the team should know now. They've reconnected with families, they've improved a lot of their health outcomes, and created a culture where the people we support are at the heart of everything they do. This team didn't just turn things around, they opened the door to new possibilities. And I just want to say, I know, I'm going to start crying. I know how hard that team have worked, and I know how hard you've worked, Heidi. So well done to Access Lab.
Oh, and I will. Sorry, as you can see, I'm already crying. Honestly, the team, you guys, I could see the potential, and it was just you need that guidance. And honestly, we're so proud of I'm so proud of you guys. I mean, I just cannot wait for even more and more years. So honestly, thank you so much, and thank you guys for the nomination.
Well done, everyone. Now, to announce the winners for the next award, I would like to introduce Chris Gilmer, which is one of our board members.
Unfortunately, pleasure of following Jade, so you're not going to get as much entertainment from me. I'm pleased to be here tonight to present the Most Aspiring Manager Award. This is for a manager who leads with vision and values, someone who doesn't just oversee a service, but shapes it. They nurture the team, advocate for the people we support, and take challenges in their stride. Their leadership uplifts everyone around them. This year's winner has done all of that and more. They played a key role in launching a new service, supporting individuals with complex needs through one of the most successful transitions we've ever seen. Their leadership is calm, positive, and strategic, helping staff grow in confidence and ensuring that the people we support feel protected and safe. They've supported staff well-being, created meaningful community links, and brought energy and ambition to every challenge. We've collaborated across departments, mentored new colleagues, and created a culture where people can lead truly aspiring lives. Their impact has been deeply felt, not just in their service, but across the organisation. So congratulations to Jessica.
Genuinely, thank you, but I'm nobody without you all. We are a community at Valley Drive. Families, you guys. You are achieving this for yourselves, and I'm just proudly there with you. So thank you very, very much.
I'm passing on to fellow board member Peter Practice.
Thank you all very much. It's a pleasure to be here again, and I must say that the thank you acceptance speeches have been extremely moving and impressive, and those actors and actresses at the Oscars should really come here. So my pleasure is to. And well done with the graphics team as well. I haven't got an award here. So for this award, it's the most valuing assistant manager or team leader. The award is for a manager who leads with vision and values, someone who doesn't just oversee a service, but shapes it. They nurture their team, advocate for the people we support, and take challenges in their stride. Their leadership uplifts everyone around them. This year's winner has done all of this and more. They've played a key role in launching a new service, supporting individuals with complex needs through one of the most successful transitions we've ever seen. Their leadership is calm, positive, and strategic, helping staff grow in confidence and ensuring that the people we support feel settled and safe. They've supported staff well-being, created meaningful community links, and brought energy and ambition to every challenge. They've collaborated across departments, mentored new colleagues, and created a culture where people can truly live aspiring lives. Their impact has been deeply felt. not just in their service, but across the organisation. Congratulations to Jessica Mbawi. You've got another award. I was at the bottom of the page. So this, right, I'm going to do this again, right? Because I'm in the practice. Okay, thank you. This award is for someone who isn't just a leader on paper, but a leader in practice. Someone who uplifts their team, listens deeply and makes things happen. A person who support, flexibility, integrity, helps others become their best. We have two exceptional winners. Our first winner stepped up during a time of uncertainty when their service was without a manager. They didn't just hold the fort, they built something better. They rebuilt the team, strengthened communication, and made sure people supported, felt safe, settled and heard. Colleagues describe them as calm under pressure, compassionate and fair. Someone who supports others through every challenge, big or small. Whether handling complex situations, offering practical mentorship, or bringing the team together, when it mattered most, their leadership has made a lasting difference. Congratulations to Charlotte Dan.
I don't really know what to say, but thank you to everyone, and thank you to everyone at Manifest.
Our second winner, got it right this time, is described by colleagues as unstoppable. She started as a support worker, and through her positivity, intelligence and sheer commitment, grew into a respected leader who is now the glue of the team and her team. From setting up systems and rotas to coaching new staff and driving forward care planning, she does it all with kindness and charity and clarity even. She covers shifts at the last minute, travels across town to support others and finds the words or the action that helps someone feel seen. Whether she's supporting a team member through a difficult time or helping someone we support take on a new challenge, her leadership is always rooted in care and belief. Congratulations to Danique Margaret.
Thank you, and thank you guys. I've made some work to do about Jess and the recruitment. You're great too, and HR and everyone that supports us. So thank you, everybody.
Now to announce the winners for the next award, I would like to introduce Helen Kerr, our board member.
Thanks so much, and I get the chance to present an award which means a lot to me, which is the We Belong Values Award. Belonging is about more than being present. It's about being valued, accepted, empowered to be your full self. This award recognises those who don't just talk about inclusion, they live it. They create spaces where people feel safe, respected, proud of who they are. This year's winner has embedded the We Belong values into every aspect of their work. They've created a home where emotional safety is prioritised, identity is celebrated, and differences are respected and understood. They've supported people through complex journeys, helping individuals not just settle, but thrive. Their approach is both trauma-informed and person-centred, and they've built an environment where the people we support feel deeply rooted in community. Whether it's the warm, inclusive atmosphere they've created or the small daily actions that help someone feel truly at home, this team exemplifies what belonging really means. So congratulations to the team at Gloucester Road.
I'm just going to make sure we're okay here. Let me just, I might just move this slightly. Okay. Ready? Congratulations.
We're coming. Well done, guys. Thank you.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
We won. We are the winners.
Thank you very much. This award is not just, to me, this is more like a family. Friends or not, this is not second family. So, look, this belongs to.
Thank you, thank you. I think Gloucester Road are going to need a bigger trophy cabinet. They're quite competitive when I went there yesterday. So I think they're feeling very happy that it's another award to their glittering range of those. So I'm delighted to be able to present the Wellbeing Support Award. I also have to put my glasses on, even though I did print it out really big. I still can't read it, so that's very sad. So Wellbeing. Yay! So Wellbeing is the foundation of everything we do. It allows people to grow, connect, and live full lives. This award recognises those that have actively supported others to feel emotionally and physically well through kindness, consistency, and creativity. This year's winner is a team who live and breathe well-being in all its forms. They support people through periods of emotional difficulty, create space for reflection and calm, and champion inclusion in every session they run. They're often the first ones people turn to, whether it's someone struggling with their confidence, looking to find their voice, or needing a safe space to explore how they're feeling. This team creates opportunities for self-expression and growth, from one-to-one coaching and creative sessions to helping people build routines that make them feel empowered and proud. They are trusted, valued, and deeply appreciated by the people they support, and their impact is felt beyond the session themselves. Sorry that this is not the right order. I'm just checking because I don't want to get this wrong. I think there's sorry, I'm wrong anything else. Is that right? Yep. It is. Yeah, the winner is, sorry for the delay, I just was numerous pages, so I was just double checking, because I didn't want to do a double announcement. So, congratulations to Young Prospects. Congratulations. Well done.
Who's outside the door?
Oh my goodness, lost. And Sheikah. You have to time your the bake break. Right.
Thanks so much. So basically, without this team, without all the guys, without recruitment, bringing all our new people as well, without everything, without head office, we wouldn't be here right now. Yeah. So thank you guys to all the residents. Thank you to all you guys out there as well.
And we have a new award tonight, and I would like Jane to come back on and to announce this award.
We've got about 5 versions here, so just Okay, so the next award that I'm going to be reading out is the most valued night support worker. So this is a new award. I've been doing a night forum with some of the night staff, and one of the things they said is that they're not recognised at the Star Award. So this year is the first year that we're going to start to recognise our night staff in their own category. So this is an exciting new award, because night work sometimes can be a bit invisible. Some people come in and they go, and they don't often know what's sort of happening during the day. But its impact is huge. And we have over, I think it's 60 night staff currently, so their impact is huge, and I know how hard they all work. This award recognises those that work in the quiet hours, ensuring that people feel safe, calm, and cared for. These individuals are steady hands. They're the ones making sure that if somebody got up in the middle of the night, they can have a bacon sandwich at 2 a.m. That's our test. We asked that question. What would you do if someone got up in the night and asked for a bacon sandwich? We're expecting the night staff to say, I'll make them one. So, our first winner is the beacon of dedication. With more than 30 years in care, she brings not only experience, kindness, humour and creativity to every shift. She's known for pinning handwritten jokes on the staff door to bring joy to early mornings. And she's a champion for sustainability, helping drive environmental action through the night. She plays a vital role in keeping people safe and emotionally supported, often educating others on well-being or simply just being herself, steady, familiar, within the dark hours. She also embraced learning new systems, proving that growth has no age limit. Her compassion touches everyone she works with. Congratulations to Helen Pascal.
I'd like to thank all the night staff I work with. To me. And I'd like to thank all the people that voted for me. Thank you so much.
This is definitely the winners' table over here. second winner is someone whose calm, dependable presence has made an enormous difference, especially to one family. Known for his attentiveness and care, he provides detailed, reassuring updates after every shift, giving families the peace of mind that their loved one is safe and settled. He has a brilliant bond with the people he supports, knowing when to offer support and when to just simply be there. His patience, respect and reliability make him one of the most loved members of his home, and he consistently brings real comfort to those around him. Congratulations to Mohammed Buthan.
Quickly, he's on holiday with the wife at the moment. Listen, honestly, Mo is absolutely amazing, and I'm so pleased he's got this award, and he's just going to be so chuffed. So thank you, everybody.
Our third winner is the quiet force behind her service's success. Her commitment is unwavering, always arriving early for her night shift, ready to support with a big smile, and she never misses a detail. She notices things that other people miss. She raises concerns sensitively, supporting staff flexibly and creating a calming atmosphere throughout the night. Families, colleagues and professionals alike describe her as kind, thoughtful and the heartbeat of the night team. She continues to contribute far beyond her expected role. She attends lots of training on her days off and steps up whenever she is needed. Congratulations to Nazreen David. Is she not here either?
She's not here.
Oh, they're all working night. We work them hard. Anyone?
Unfortunately, Nazreen couldn't be here, but I can assure you that if anyone deserves this award, it is her.
Now to announce the winners of the next round, I would like to introduce Joel Hotfield.
Thank you very much, Jade. Now, I think we are approaching the end. It's been a fantastic evening, and we're now on to the Best New Staff Member Award. So it's for anyone who joined in the last 12 months. We've got 4 fantastic winners. Our first winner is a natural. Although she's new to care, she's already made a powerful impression. In her first few months alone, she's built meaningful relationships with people we support. She's embraced learning opportunities. She's brought creative ideas to the table, including a bid to the Bright Spark Fund, and she's participated in the 37-kilometre hike, which is pretty impressive. She's reliable, reflective, and already a valued member of her team. Her warmth and instinct for person-centred care have helped her grow into a role she was clearly made for. Congratulations to Jasmine Slater.
I'm really bad at speeches, but this company is just beautiful to be a part of. So thank you.
Congratulations to Jazz. Our second winner joined the team through an agency, but has quickly proved he was here to stay. He goes above and beyond every single day of the week. He's the kind of colleague who brings lunch in for everyone. Come to head office, please. Staff and people with support alike, without being asked. He's helped people to build trust where it was once broken, adapted his approach to individual communication needs, and supported meaningful events like birthdays and milestones. His consistency, humility, and instinct for support makes him an absolute asset to Active Prospects. Congratulations to A.O. Williams.
Thank you, Prosper, Jess, James, Nick. Thank you, Kim. Thank you,
Now, our third winner stepped into a complex care service and immediately made his mark. He's calm, he's dependable, and he's someone that people trust and enjoy spending time with. His skills in the kitchen have even, again, come to head office, have even inspired others to cook from scratch, and his creativity and gentle persistence have helped people achieve more in their day-to-day routines. He's become a key part of the team and brings a respectful, reliable presence to everything he does. Congratulations to Kingsley Akora.
Thank you to Active Prospect. Actually, like Blackboard to express our view. And I can thank my manager, Wendy, who has been very supportive and helped me to very, very well. Thank you, everyone.
Now, our fourth and final winner in this category, they may be new to the sector, but they've already shown a kind of commitment that lifts up everyone around them. He's proactive, always thinking a step ahead, and works hard to ensure every shift runs smoothly. He finds new person-centred ways to engage people and is always eager to learn. He approaches every challenge with care, curiosity and professionalism and shows a genuine love for helping others succeed. Congratulations to Martins Arataya.
I'm short of words. I don't even know what to say. But a big thank you to Active Prospect. A big shout out to Man of Faith and the management. I'm so grateful for this. Thank you so much.
Now, before we move on to the final bit of the evening, which is presenting the prizes for the photography competition, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to the wonderful team behind this evening's awards. This year has been especially challenging just because we're actually so much bigger than we used to be. So we've got 500 staff, 300 people with support. And in the old days, it used to be that most people could come to the Star Awards if they wanted to, but that's sadly not the case anymore because this place holds 120. So the team have dealt with a lot of sadly very disappointed people over the last few weeks who we couldn't squeeze in, as well as organising all the logistics, but they've dealt with it all with a lot of calm and good grace. So please could you give a massive round of applause to Beck and Olivia.
If you could come out and have a small token of
Right, we're now going to do the last bit. We are officially the overall Star Awards have now finished, so we've just got this the photography competition results to announce. And this, as you'll probably be aware, because there's been a lot of emails flying around. We've been running a photo competition over the last few months, which has been made possible by the incredibly generous support from Seaway, and Dale is here from Seaway today, and we really appreciate the donations and the time and the amazing equipment which is out in the bar area, which you really should use later. It's a great bit of kit. And we've had the competition that Seaway have run invited people across Active Prospects to capture powerful moments under 3 different themes. nature, people leading aspiring lives, and close-up photography. And so I think you've probably noticed some of the entries, the entries around the room, and there are the winning entries around the corner if you can see it. Not everyone here not all of our winners are actually here tonight, so I'm going to read out all the winners in one go. And if you're here, please do come up. And Dale, if you could perhaps come up to the front to present the awards as well. So yes, our winners are Daniela Bicco for Waterfall. Our next winner is Jessica Morandi at Valley Drive. Congratulations to John Brewer for a photo of John harvesting his veggies. John's not here today, but congratulations to him. And for the final winner was, two more winners. Big well done to Lian Yo for a close look. Would you like to come up and get your prize? And a final congratulations to Kieran Kitchen, who's not here tonight, but he produced a wonderful photo of the day a foot turned into a pound. So to everyone who took part, thank you very much. Thanks again to Cindy. And just before the food comes out, I'm going to hand over to Maria for some closing remarks.
I'm going to be very quick because I think everyone's very hungry. But it's just been such a lovely evening. I've seen tears, we've seen songs, we've seen, just amazingly happy people, and it just is just incredibly moving. So I think we just want to recognise the compassion and commitment and collaboration that everyone in this room kind of brings to make Active Prospects what it is, and it's just truly inspiring. So we're just really looking forward together. I want to thank everyone who came tonight. I want to thank everyone who gave an award, and for everyone who's kind of made nominations and supported other colleagues and people we support. So we hope you're all going to enjoy the food. We hope we're going to see lots of you on the dance floor, and just have an amazing rest of the evening. And just a massive congratulations to everyone in this room.
Sorry, before you all run off, there's a very special birthday today. So I know she's going to hate this, but if we can all just start singing happy birthday to Laura. Laura, you need to come up, please. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Laura. Happy birthday to you. Now you can eat.